Oh, sure. Still new elements? Okay. Reloading. Okay. After this, can we stop adding ingredients? I think it's probably perfectly tasty as it is. Underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. There hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements, yes. Locking on and pressing triangle isn't enough. Okay, so it costs us a bullet. So I have to reload using square. Okay. Tapping the bottom left. I don't think I'll be doing that. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the square button in time with the tempo marker. Or tap the screen. Okay, okay. Square button now has a function along with X and triangle, and you'll automatically reload at the start of fever time. And we don't use bullets. We're not on gentle, we're actually now on mean, I think. So, okay, okay. Here we go.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
I so can't talk while doing this.
Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you.
Oh, I missed one!
Do your worst.
No, I'm messing up! I suck!
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst.
Oh, this is fast.
Wretch.
Okay, we did it though.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Okay, the blood stain works out, though the fact we had a bullet time battle so early on in this trial is new.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
I don't know, Makoto. I don't know.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Okay.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
I agree. You can't bend over in the Robo Justice suit, Makoto. Oh, is it gonna be bullet shooting time? Yes. Okay. What? Costume, Dolly, blueprints. Okay, so costume and Dolly are probably the ones that I'm going to want.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment
Yes.
room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Maybe this one?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend
That's
over.
the one.
Then you could push the dolly no problem.
How do I switch bullets again?
So the killer just crouched
No.
down and carted the body
There we
off
go.
to the repository.
Okay.
If you accept
Costume.
everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna go fire the costume on the bend over.
As we know, Taka would end from there. The body, yeah, the culprit then
Loaded it onto the dolly.
Now,
keep in mind.
that the dolly doesn't have...
Well, yeah,
But even without a
even
handle,
without a handle,
bend over. It's up here.
all you
Yeah.
have to do is bend over.
Oh, good. We did miss. I thought we missed for a second. Because we don't have a lot of time to play with here.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you
Remember, Hina? You're the one who said it.
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Remember, Hina?
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
You can't see your feet.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing suits,
Oh,
it's
oops.
very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
True.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
But you can't take off the suit because he was hinged in. You can't take it off by yourself. It's not like you can never take it off, but you can't take it off by
My
yourself.
God! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
Well, maybe he didn't make it. Isn't that right? Are we all starting to see the light here a little bit? Are we all starting to move over to the hero didn't do it side of things?
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making
I
it
don't
up.
think so.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Really, really.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I
No,
took?
and I've actually been wanting to see it to see if that robot bent at the waist or not.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Unfortunately, yes.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Agreed.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Hifumi. From here.
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to
Wait,
do it.
Sakura, you think this is a pain in the ass, even though you were willing to go over the whole trial with me, or like the whole series of events with me in the art room, or the repository, or wherever we were? Why do you think it's a pain in the ass now?
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Well, thanks for saying what everybody was thinking. Oh, we didn't want her to know that.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
Yes, we showed up at 7 and we waited till 8 and then left.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
I don't see a clock in this picture. No wristwatches or anything.
As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi.
Yeah, nothing in the picture shows the time.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
I really hope Celeste isn't in a lot of gambling debt and needs the money to pay off her debts. That would suck. Because a lot of this case revolves around
When
Celeste's
Celeste
testimony.
told us that, we decided to
Celeste's
split up and search the
testimony?
2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste is really at the heart of this whole case, isn't she?
and
Which
then,
makes me a little bit nervous. And then Hifumi was attacked downstairs. Well, we assume he was attacked. Well, I mean, well, no, the hammer was there, wasn't he? Wasn't it? Wasn't Robo Justice, or Justice Hammer 3 there?
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Yeah.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead.
We think he was dead.
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Which I still think was actually Furtaka's body.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office.
Yeah.
But right after we left the physics lab,
Celeste was
we
there.
ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
There was a lot of back and forth, wasn't there?
But But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
Why?
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository,
Celeste again.
which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
In what happened to Taka? Okay. Okay, we can figure this out. We're gonna have bullets. Broken wristwatch, Monokuma file, Yasuhiro's messages. Let me double check what the time on the wristwatch is. I believe it to be 6 a.m. But I want to double check that. Broken wristwatch shows just past 6. And this note shows 6 a.m. Important.
Oh, regarding Taka's death. I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
No.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer
We
3,
think.
while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's
No.
obvious.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the broken wristwatch on the
So, regarding
Taka
whether
was
it
after?
perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Trying to save myself some time here.
Makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death
I pressed
came
the
from
X button instead of the triangle button. But is that really right?
So,
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
regarding
Does the Monokuma file... Okay, it does not share with us any kind of timing. Okay.
Taka's death. I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Wait for it.
Taka came
No.
last.
What
Right
makes you
around
say
here,
that?
right?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
Wait, was I blocked by the thing? Oh my god. We're in a bad way right now. I think I was blocked by that pink thing.
So, I wonder if he died, perhaps it was after. We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
No, I tried to fire it and then click it. You can't click it after firing. Oh my god, okay, this is bad. We're wasting time here for sure.
So, I wonder if he died, perhaps it was after. We already know what
Oh, that's not
order
what I
they were
want. That's not
killed
what I
in.
want to do.
Taka
Okay.
came last.
Come on.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
Wow! How did this happen?
Hammer 3, while Taka's
I guess I'm gonna have to... Oh, yeah. How do I keep forgetting that I have a focus meter? I always forget that I have a focus meter that I can just slow down the time with.
Because of the numbering of the justice
But I'm wrong.
Shoot.
I'm wrong.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Yeah?
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
It was before.
We already know
what order they were killed in.
Wait.
Shoot.
What?
So, regarding Taka's death,
Yasuhiro's
I wonder if
message.
he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was
Yasuhiro's
after?
message says nothing important, right? Meet in the dining hall. broken wristwatch just past 6, and then the only other thing is the Monokuma file. What?
We already know what order they were killed in.
And that's
Taka came
that's
last.
all I can fire at is those two? The numbering.
It's true that Hifumi with Taka's death came
That's all.
obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Maybe
I
it's the
wonder if he
Monokuma
died
file.
before he-
Or perhaps it was
After?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say
Because
Because of the numbering
oh
of the
wait,
Justice
what have I done?
Family.
I don't know what I just did, but I did something. Wait. Oh! Oh, I forgot that I can grab things as bullets. Oh my god.